Let's talk about the takeaway. First move, when we get the club to parallel, what should we be doing? I published a video the other day on Rory McIlroy's takeaway, and I saw some sort of misconceptions in the comments, and I thought it'd be helpful to produce a video on this position. The first thing is I'm going to use my Swing Buddy plane mate here, and as you can see, as I take the club back to hip high, the first thing that I'm looking for is for my club head and hands to be in line and for my club shaft to be flush towards the plane line as I'm demonstrating here. This is a key thing. Now, what we've also got to do is when I'm doing this is my hands and arms move first, okay, and then from here my chest turns. And as my chest rotates, that allows the club to go up the plane line, and that creates this tilt of the shoulders. Big misconception with the takeaway is letting everything turn. This just makes you turn too flat. It's very much hands and arms initiation, upper body rotation to this first position like so. Now, the last little piece of the puzzle with inside the takeaway is when we hold the club, there's a difference between the club shaft and the lead arm, as you can see here. So if I take that club up my plane line, maintaining that same wrist position, you can see the way the club head would be considerably in front of the hands. And that's why there needs to be a degree of wrist hinge with inside the takeaway. Wrist hinge is basically just the realigning of the club shaft and the left arm as I'm demonstrating here. Now, because this motion is actually very subtle, this is why it probably happens quite naturally for lots of golfers, and there's a bit of misconception about it. So setting yourself up a plane tool like so, getting your hands working nice and close to the plane and the club head in line with it, whilst making sure your head stays still, is really the key that you need for that takeaway move.